A massive flow of money is crossing the Red Sea, from oil-rich Saudi Arabia to Eritrea, a nation long known for its isolation. Since 2024, billions have been pledged, marking a dramatic shift in the Horn of Africa. This isn't just business, it's a strategic move. Saudi Arabia is investing in Eritrea to secure influence along one of the world's most vital waterways. For Eritrea, this is the biggest economic opening in a generation, while for Saudi Arabia, it's a bold step in its Vision 2030 plan to diversify and dominate the region. The futures of these two very different nations are now intertwined, with consequences that will ripple far beyond their borders. Eritrea's long Red Sea coastline sits directly opposite Saudi Arabia, along a maritime superhighway connecting the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean. Around 12% of global trade passes through here each year, making its security vital for Saudi Arabia's economy. By investing in Eritrea, Saudi Arabia is buying insurance, securing a friendly presence to protect its own coastline and trade routes. The Red Sea is a crowded arena, with the US, China, Russia, Turkey, and Iran all vying for influence. Eritrea's ports and independent stance give Saudi Arabia a unique opportunity to project power and keep rivals in check. The recent Yemen conflict showed the military value of Eritrean geography. Now, Saudi Arabia wants a permanent partnership. This alliance will let the kingdom monitor maritime traffic, respond to threats, and cement its dominance in the Red Sea. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 means finding new growth beyond oil, and Eritrea offers untapped potential, minerals, arable land, and a strategic location. Food security is a key driver. Saudi Arabia imports 80% of its food, but Eritrea's climate and land could help feed the kingdom. Saudi funds are building large-scale farms and modernizing Eritrea's ports, especially Massawa and Assab, turning them into trade gateways. These ports will boost trade both ways, Eritrean goods to the Gulf, Saudi products into Africa. Eritrea's young workforce is attractive for new industries, from food processing to logistics. Saudi investment is expected to create thousands of jobs and build a more stable, productive partner. This isn't just resource extraction, it's about building a long-term economic ally. Eritrea's centralized, single-party rule under President Afwerki offers the predictability Saudi Arabia values. Unlike its neighbors, Eritrea can make quick, binding deals, an advantage in a region plagued by political chaos. Its fiercely independent foreign policy means it's less likely to be swayed by outside powers, aligning well with Saudi interests. This makes Eritrea a more reliable ally than states juggling multiple alliances. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 favors pragmatic, stable partners, and Eritrea fits the bill. The kingdom is investing in Eritrea not despite its political system, but because it guarantees long-term stability. For Eritrea, Saudi investment could be transformative after decades of stagnation and isolation. Billions are funding roads, ports, and industrial zones, laying the groundwork for a modern economy. These projects promise jobs for Eritrea's youth, offering alternatives to migration or military service. The partnership also boosts Eritrea's international standing, signaling it's open for business and ready to rejoin the global community. Crucially, the Saudi model allows Eritrea to modernize without Western aid or IMF loans, preserving its independence. This is a chance for Eritrea to build prosperity on its own terms. For a nation that values sovereignty, that's the real prize. But the partnership isn't without risks. Eritrea could become too dependent on Saudi Arabia, risking its hard-won independence. There's also the danger that economic gains won't reach ordinary Eritreans, deepening inequality. The government must ensure wealth is invested in public services and local businesses, not just elite pockets. Regionally, Saudi Arabia's rivals may respond, escalating competition and instability in the Horn of Africa. Eritrea could be drawn into larger power struggles, as seen in Sudan. The Saudi-Eritrean alliance could unlock prosperity and stability, or become another chapter in the region's turbulent history. The outcome depends on how both nations manage the risks and rewards of this bold new partnership.